We started making wine with a 2005 vintage legally. Jeff and I actually started it in a friend's garage in 1999 in St. Helena with a small barrel. And people would call and say, we want to taste your wines. And I would say, well, come over. We had a nice time, met a lot of good people, a lot of friends. However, in 2017, Jeff and I went to Bordeaux and we had an appointment at a chateau in Margaux. And I called the woman of the chateau and I said, we will be there in about an hour and a half. And she said, will you have had lunch? So we drove to the chateau and we drove around back of the chateau where her private residence was. And there was a swimming pool and the kids and the nanny and the gardener. And the woman of the chateau had made us lunch. And we tasted her rosés by her pool. And then we went inside her kitchen and she had made us tomato tarts and we tasted through her Cabernets. And it was not the most perfect pairing. It wasn't intended to be, but it was the most memorable experience. And we got back to California and I said, that's what we should be doing. That's how people should enjoy wine. So people called and said, can we taste your wines? I said, will you have had lunch? And for many years, Jeff and I hosted people, cooking them lunch and tasting our wines with the lunch and having it in context of food and friends and family and conversation. And so that is why we decided to open this space in downtown Napa, the Gentleman Farmer Bungalow, where we can do a wine tasting with a lunch. We'll look for you by the vintners, the owners, winemakers.